Hey folks, this week we're talking about Family Guy Undermining Satire, the essay by Nick Marks. And one of the important things to bear in mind is that the everyday use of the word satire a little bit more loose than we use the word in academic criticism. Satire and academic criticism goes back to a long tradition of writing in the English language, writing sort of stuff that makes fun of the powers that be in order to hopefully create social change. So as you saw, Nick Marx's argument is that Family Guy, while it is very satirical, doesn't really seem to have any social objective at all. So he talks about the way the show undermines satire by not actually having a target to point the satire at. Basically, this show makes fun of everybody and everything and is clear about that. I thought rather than watch another episode of Family Guy, which I'm sure we've all seen tons of episodes, I thought we'd watch an episode of Black Mirror called Nosedive. And Black Mirror is an anthology show that a lot of critics connect it back to The Twilight Zone, a very early sci-fi anthology show hosted by a very famous television personality named Rod Serling. If you haven't seen any of the Twilight Zones, you should maybe check them out. They're pretty good. Black Mirror updates this concern for science fiction and technology to our current day. And this is an excellent episode which engages in satire around social media. So I hope you enjoy this episode of Black Mirror. Once we're done, we'll talk a little more about satire, but tonight I want to engage in a group discussion about various television genres. So the word genre is a French word. It means type. And so what we want to talk about tonight is how different types of television shows, like comedies, dramas, game shows, cooking shows, satires, bring with them certain expectations on behalf of the audience. We all know what to expect of a comedy, even if we don't articulate it for ourselves very often. So tonight I wanted to get together in groups and talk through some of our expectations that are raised when we watch a particular genre of show, like, for instance, an animated comedy or a sci-fi satire like Black Mirror. So we'll get into that a little bit later on tonight. First, I hope you enjoy this episode of Black Mirror called Nosedive.